This is Brett Stamler, and you're listening to The Coaches Show with Andy Zilch.
Hello and welcome inside Tavern 24. My name is Andy Zilch, along with Jordie Johnston. We'll have Head Coach Dean Stork up here in just a little bit. We're going to recap the Road Warriors past week. We're also going to talk about the ECHL. We're going to dive into some personal thoughts with Jordie Johnston and with Dean Stork. Maybe kind of touch on some summer activities that these guys go through, and also some fun activities during the winter when they're not in the rink. And of course, they have lives outside the rink. It's tough to believe, but yeah, they do it. Even professional hockey players try and get themselves away and get their mind cleared every now and then. We'll go across the ECHL, give you a quick standings report of what's going on in the league. The Wheeling Nailers lead the Atlantic Division. They have a 13-5-0-3 record, good for 29 points, which is actually third best in the ECHL Eastern Conference. The best team is the South Carolina Stingrays with a 16-2-3 record. They have 35 points, and that leads the entire East. And second in the East is the Florida Everblades with 30 points. They have a 14-6-2 record, and the Evansville Icemen round out the top four. They lead the North Division. They have a 12-4-3 record, good for 27 points. What a turnaround the Evansville Icemen has had compared to last year. They were bottom feeders for sure, and that was a team that has moved up to the top four instead of being in the bottom four. Looking out west, the Colorado Eagles have a 13-6-3 record, good for 29 points. That leads the Mountain Division. And the Ontario Reign, one of the hottest teams in the West, they have a 15-3-4 record, good for 34 points. Probably one of the hottest teams in the ECHL was the Wheeling Nailers, and also the Road Warriors ran into this team last week. It was the Kalamazoo Wings. They're 4-0-1, they're past five. And it's a team that has put up a low goal total against, and especially against the Road Warriors. They came out good defense and good net minding from their two top netminders, Binghamton and also Martin, that Gwinnett saw on Saturday night. As far as goaltenders are concerned, the Road Warriors goaltenders still atop the league, and Connor Knapp leading that way. Jeff Malcolm was in that conversation, but now he's up with the Hartford Wolfpack. And even Scott Stager's trying to get a sniff of the top in the ECHL goaltender looks. He has a 93.4 save percentage, which is actually, I'm sorry, that's Connor Knapp. Scott Stager has a 91.5, but continuing to rise as he is facing some shot totals and denying them more often than not. Jeff Malcolm, just in case you're curious, when he left, he led the ECHL with a 94 save percentage, which was the best, and technically still is, but he's inactive, so he doesn't get that nod anymore. As far as some individual efforts, well, the Road Warriors really brought it on Sunday. They were able to find the scoring touch, and we had a press conference today. Andrew O was talking about the two defensemen that chimed in first, and that just kind of paved the way for the offense to get going. It was Brad Cole and Lee Baldwin that got their first and third of the season, respectively. And then Andrew Rowe chipped in with his fifth of the year, and Justin Vive and Brett Cameron adding their first goals of the year. Brett Cameron's coming on an empty netter, but if you can get it one way or another, it's better to get it than not get it at all. And I'm sure a little bit of a monkey off the back for Breton, but he wants to get one with the goaltender in between the pipes versus having an empty netter. Some big news in the Eastern Conference that swung through right before we sat down here. The South Carolinas had three different players that got called up to Providence. Jack Downing, Scott Campbell, and Steve Spinell. We'll actually talk about the effect of that with Head Coach Dean Stork, and those are guys that have put up a point per game for Downing. For Campbell, he has just under a point per game, and Spinell has 1 goal and 4 assists in his tenure with South Carolina. It doesn't say how many games he's played, but that's three big parts to South Carolina that they're going to have to overcome. The Road Warriors, of course, had two players fall off their team, Brandon Hines and Guillaume Asselin. We'll talk about that with Head Coach Dean Stork. And even Gwinnett Gladiators had that. They had Lefebvre, and they also had a former NHLer leave their team after 2 games. So a lot of players are dealing with the ECHL and departing, and teams are trying to adjust to that, and that's just a part of the game. It's a rather tough one, but coaches are really feeling the effect of that, and it's making it even harder on them. We'll take a break. We'll talk with our head coach, Dean Stork, right after it. You're listening to the Road Warriors Coaches Show at Tavern 24.
25 years of great moments. More than 500 players graduated to the NHL. Don't miss the next time hockey history is made. Watch all ECHL games on AmericaOneSports.com. Live or on demand, at home or on your mobile device, log in at AmericaOneSports.com to check out your favorite team. The official broadband broadcast of ECHL is AmericaOneSports.com.
Bon Secours St. Francis is a proud partner and the exclusive medical provider for the Greenville Road Warriors. Next time an injury leaves you scratched from the game of life, call St. Francis Sport Medicine at 675-HURT for at-home treatment advice and priority appointments. That's 675-HURT.
Introducing the new Big King sandwich from Burger King. Taste the difference of 2 fire-grilled patties, tangy king sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions, and pickles, all on a sesame seed bun. And now that it's part of our 2 for $5 deal, what's not to love? Mix and match any 2 sandwiches, including the premium Alaskan fish sandwich, the original chicken sandwich, and of course the new Big King for just $5. Only at Burger King, where taste is king. Price and participation vary. Single item at regular price. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
My name is Kurt. I like certain things, like a great haircut. That's why I go to Great Clips. They have clip notes that tell them exactly what I like. I don't want to be
Mr. Rockstar, right? I don't want an awesome fad, okay? I'm not a dude, or I'm not
the latest superstar, movie star who everyone wants to
be. I'm Kurt. That's why I go to Great Clips.
Come to Great Clips for a great haircut that's yours. With Clip Notes, you don't just get a cut, you get your haircut. New Clip Notes, only at Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Hey there, sports fans. No need to stay at home watching your favorite team. Come cheer them on at Tavern 24. Wear your team's jersey on game night, and when they win, you win 15% off your tab for the night. Tavern 24 is a proud sponsor of the Greenville Road Warriors.
Last year, lottery players took home more than $721 million, but they weren't the only winners. Since the lottery launched in 2002, more than 1 million scholarships have been awarded to South Carolina students, and millions have gone to support K-12 and community education programs. So when you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not just taking a chance, you're also giving one. For more information, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Hi fans, this is broadcaster Andy Zilch. Do you want to get a great deal on Road Warriors games? Your Greenville Road Warriors have teamed up with ByLo to offer you a buy one, get one free ticket offer. Just show your ByLo bonus card at the Road Warriors box office and you'll receive a buy one, get one free ticket to any Thursday Road Warriors home game. This exclusive offer is only available while supplies last. ByLo. No store saves you more money on Road Warriors tickets.
Hi, welcome to Greenfield's Bagel and Deli.
I'll take a hot pastrami on rye.
Do you want potato salad, cold slaw, macaroni salad, or chips?
The mac sounds great.
Is your turkey fresh?
We oven roast our turkeys daily, right in the back. How about a melt?
Sure. Provolone with lettuce, tomato, and a taste of onion, and those delicious salt and pepper chips.
I'm a vegetarian.
No problem. We make veggie specials with sprouts, cucumbers, tomatoes, capers, and olives.
At Greenfield's Bagels and Deli, you get healthy, great foods made fresh daily. Why don't you try our Nova Special? We start with fresh baked bagel of your choice, cream cheese spread, then it's loaded with sliced Nova shipped in from New York City, then your choice of lettuce, tomato, onions, and capers. Greenfield's is the only kosher-style deli in the upstate, and we cater it all. Just call 987-0064. Greenfield's Bagels and Deli, Greenville Motor Mile, next to Steinmart in the Verde Market Fair. We're not just another bagel shop.
Greenville Water is committed to developing and maintaining a water system that is sustainable and of the highest quality. Please join us by conserving water so that it can be enjoyed not only by our generation, but for many generations to come. For tips on how to conserve water, please visit our website at www.greenvillewater.com.
This is forward Jordie Johnston. You're listening to Coach's Show with Andy Zilch.
Well, welcome you back inside Tavern 24 for the Coach's Show, and finally grazed by the presence of a good season ticket holder, Lee Parker. We got to give him a jab every now and then, huh? We got Rick Conley on hand as well.
Keep it down out there, guys. It's real loud. Keep it down.
we got some good stuff to talk about. First, we'll touch a little bit on Brandon Hines and Guillaume Asselin. Just kind of run us through what happened there.
Yeah, no, we unfortunately we lost two youngsters to school. They wanted to take their schooling package paid for. When you play 4 years of major junior hockey, their team will pay for each year. So they got their schooling paid for at CIS, Canadian Institute Schooling. So.
It just people misinterpret the word suspended all the time. Can you explain why that happens and what goes about with that?
Yeah, we have two options. We can either flat out release them. Then any other team in our league can pick them up. So I didn't want that to happen. So our second option was suspension, just in case they finish their college season this year and they want to come back or they want to play hockey again. I have their rights, so they'd come down to Greenville.
And you didn't technically suspend Valoran, but you did offer him a qualifying offer. We saw that turn out in a good manner. That's why you do that type of stuff.
Yeah, qualifying offers is to protect players' rights, so you have their rights for the following year.
We have the same type of situation down in Gwinnett, and you got Lefebvre that went off to school, and that NHLer that went off as well. So, I mean, that's, it's starting to affect the ECHL, but coaches have to deal with it. And in your point of view, is it? It has to be difficult. Seeing any player leave your team.
Yeah, well, I kind of knew a little bit on Brandon Hines when I was recruiting him in the summertime. UNB, University of New Brunswick, was offering him some full scholarships, some free education to come up there and do his schooling. So I was trying to convince him to just try pro hockey, see if he liked it, and he did it for 22 games and decided it just wasn't for him. He wanted to get his degree and maybe play pro hockey after school. You can't knock the kid. I talked to them both. Deep down inside, I'm a little upset, a little disappointed, but here's two junior kids that are thinking about the future. Mm-hmm. Schooling nowadays is so important, especially in Canada, how expensive schooling is. They're going to get a degree paid for. And then if they want to pursue the pro game after schooling, then they can go play pro hockey after school.
Yeah, and I'm sure, and I know Jordie can atone to that. And I remember talking with Jordie last year. We were going to an appearance, and he said he would never think about that again, just in case anything would ever happen. You got schooling to fall back on, and I'm sure that's what's rolling through Brandon Hines' mind. We also have some big news that we heard of right before we entered the door here. Jack Downing, Scott Campbell, and Steve Spinell all got called up to Providence. What does that mean for South Carolina?
Well, they have a lot of depth. They're definitely losing three good players, but South Carolina Stingrays still are a good hockey club. They have a lot of depth on the back end. I think they kept around 3 or 4 forwards that are scratched every night for them, guys coming off the IR. So I think they'll still be okay. I think their structure and their work ethic, they're a hard-working team. They play well in their arena. So it's going to hurt them a little bit, but I think they'll still compete hard.
We talked with Dwayne Zinger last week, and we visited with him about some NHLers that he knows, and one that Paul Correa. Do you still keep up with him?
Yeah, I was at his BC Hall of Fame inductee this summer.
Okay.
It was pretty neat. He was him and Mark Recchi played for Boston and Pittsburgh and won a Stanley Cup. It was Mark Recchi, Paul Correa. Who was the other? There was a coach. It's drawing a blank. But those were the two major guys that were being inducted into the British Columbia Hall of Fame hockey. So, we keep in touch quite a bit, actually. We jab each other on the phone and some text messages here and there.
Yeah.
He's living right now in Anaheim with his dog and his girlfriend. He's still not married as well, so we kind of bug each other because we're both not married. And we're 38 years old.
Yeah.
No, he's a good man. He had some issues with concussions in his career that held him back. So he's still suffering a little bit on in regards to his head and trying to get his mindset on right. But great kid.
How do you know him?
He lived at my house for 3 years in junior hockey. My folks billeted him, and I played minor hockey against him when we Penticton. We'd go down to Vancouver and play against him.
How hard was he to play against at a young age?
Soft.
Yeah?
I cut him open for his first 7 stitches to his forehead. We were pillow fighting on my waterbed. And he went to duck, and he head went straight into the glass window. Cut him open for 7. Never talked to me for 2 months straight because he had a big date coming up in 2 weeks with his tutor. That was tutoring
really?
him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
it's a little Paulie Correa, huh? Pulling the moves on his tutor.
Yeah, his tutor.
Oh,
he's
boy.
a beauty. Good kid, but really dedicated. Like, I never met a person who's just hockey. Like, he just lives and breathes hockey. Before he goes to school in the morning, he was out back shooting pucks, stick handle. After school, he's out back shooting pucks, doing something hockey-oriented, whether it's plyometrics or whatever. It's just everything with him was hockey. And the Oilers were big back then, too, with Gretzky and Curry. And he had the Titan lefty Wayne Gretzky stick that he always had. Mm-hmm. And he was a little bit it was a bit creepy in a way because he loved the Oilers and Gretzky.
Yeah.
But a real good man. Good man.
You've been Arkansas, Cincinnati, Texas, Columbia, and Stockton. You settled here in Greenville for your 4th year now. What is the draw for you during the summer? You were just talking to Jordie about it. What do you do during the summer when you're here at Greenville?
Well, this past summer I was really busy with the little one. So, I like to take the little one to the lake. Furman University, what a beautiful campus. Have you ever been out there?
I have, yes.
Yeah, beautiful campus with the lake and the bell towers and the softball. Watch a lot of their softball games, the women's and men's baseball team. Did some fishing, a little bit of fishing there in the summer off that Furman Lake a little bit. A little bit of golf, not as much, but did a lot of one-on-one time with my little daughter Lillian. So it was good to relax with her because I really didn't get to know her during the season because we're always on the road and we're busy with practice. And so this summer was spent a lot with her. In the previous years, I got the opportunity to head back to British Columbia, spend some time with the family, some friends. This summer it wasn't there for me. I spent the whole summer here in Greenville.
Do you miss playing hockey?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I really
is it tough? Is it tough watching?
It's tough watching. My first 3 years coaching was really tough. I actually suffered from depression. I was seeing a counselor actually in Cincinnati, just because once you stop playing, you start really realizing, Jesus, what am I doing? I'm coaching here. I'm in Cincinnati. I grew up in Canada in a small town in Penticton. You start thinking a lot instead of just living for the day, and. I still miss it, but you know what? It's nice to be around and teaching now. I really enjoy teaching and working with the young kids and just teaching them the pro game and trying to have fun with it.
When I guess if the team's winning like you did in Cincinnati, does that help out winning the Kelly Cup like you did twice, or was that still like eh?
No, yeah. I mean, it definitely drives you. That inner drive with. Winning is contagious, you want more, you can't stop. And sometimes you got to say, myself, I'm so passionate and I'm so go. Sometimes I got to sit back a little bit and take a deep breath and winning isn't everything either.
Yeah.
You have to have fun playing the game, which I realized. You can't always be, everybody wants to win. You don't meet a hockey player that goes to play hockey to lose. So everyone wants to win, and it's fun to win. But you definitely want to win a championship, and that's what every player is playing for.
How tough is it on you personally being away from Lillian? I know when we were in Orlando, you showed me a picture, and you're like, gosh, I wish Jordie wouldn't send me these because this is making me miss her even more.
Being on the road, missing Lily. Yeah, I miss her quite a bit when we're on the road, but we got that FaceTime now, so you can FaceTime a little bit.
Technology's a beauty, huh?
It sure is.
When you were in Cincinnati, was there anything that you learned as far as in a coaching role that you still remember day in and day out here in Greenville?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we had going in Cincinnati was our goaltending duels. We were pretty fortunate having the Montreal Canadiens. They've had some real good depth. And the Nashville Predators had some good depth goaltending. And we always worked extra on the goalies before practices. A lot of teams don't do it. That's something I learned from the head coach there, that 15 minutes before working with goaltenders, it really pans out in the end, in the long run. And that's something that I really worked on, was with the goalies as the assistant coach there, and worked hard with the D-corps. Pretty steady D-corps we had over those 4 years. So it was had responsibilities of the penalty kill, defenseman, and the goaltending. So it's something I learned even more about goalies. How important it really is to have that backbone, that structure in goal. And I learned a lot from Roland Melanson, who's the goalie coach in Vancouver, Mitch Korn, who's the goalie coach in Nashville, Ben Vanderklok, who's a goalie coach in Nashville. We had Jimmy Corsi down here from Buffalo. Learned a lot from him. Seamus from Buffalo, the assistant, was down here this year. And also the Rangers, Allure. Learned a lot from him, too, working the camps with him.
Making that transition, talking about goalies, Henrik Lundqvist just got extended by the Rangers. What is it that makes him an elite goaltender?
His work ethic, his compete. I mean, he competes on every puck, and he gets upset. He's passionate. The puck goes in his net, and he snaps. He loses his mind. He doesn't want any pucks in his. It's like the best goalies are the most passionate, competitive individuals. Timmy Thomas. I watched practice with Timmy Thomas in Boston, and any puck that goes in his net, he gets so mad. He slaps his stick on the post. There's no pucks in his net any time. He just doesn't like it. It's a competitive nature that they have inside them that really drive them.
Who do you think is the best goalie in the NHL?
Right now?
Yep.
There's a lot of them. There's some good ones. Obviously, we talked about Lundqvist is a good goaltender. Crawford in Chicago is a good goaltender. Bobrovsky in Columbus, good goaltender. There's a lot of good goalies out there. I like Bobrovsky in Columbus.
Did you see the James Neal kneeing?
No, I did
incident?
not.
I'm going to have to pull that up for you. It was basically, it started a big scrum. He got suspended 5 games for it. There was a player that got knocked down to the ice, and James Neal was skating back to the bench, and he then decided to just skate his knee right into the guy's head. It was Brad Marchand that he got.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I'll pull that up for you.
But, Brad Marchand probably didn't do anything to him during the game. You know what I mean? A little rat.
Who do you think is the worst agitator in the NHL?
Oh, he's definitely
Or actually,
one of them.
I would actually phrase that as the best.
I really like watching is that Dorsett for the Rangers.
Yeah.
He runs around out there.
Here, we'll show you the NHL suspension video. How's Brendan Shanahan doing, do you think, with his job? That's got to be a tough job.
Yeah, I bet you it is. He's dealing with a lot of suspensions and a lot of guys that are upset. But it's part of the game. You want to keep it a safe game. You can't have any illegal hits, especially to the head. Yeah, that's a rough one there.
Yeah, so basically, Chara's making a pass up to the left wing. Marchand just gets his leg knocked out from under him. James Neal comes in, and that actually started a pretty big scrum later in the game, but no other suspensions were handed out afterwards. I think a Pittsburgh Penguins player came in and grabbed a Boston player from behind and then tossed him down to the ice. So it led to a lot of stuff in the NHL going on. And what are your thoughts about hits to the head, the protection? I know it's getting more focused every now and then, especially the fights now with players taking off their helmets.
Yeah, I think it depends on the player who it is, I think, hits to the head. If it's a player like a Sidney Crosby going to hit somebody and unfortunately his elbow gets up to the head, it depends on the player. If it's a Dorsett, well, he's probably looking to injure somebody. It all depends on the player, I think. I think taking the helmets off is good. Yeah.
Do you think there should be a stiffer penalty in the ECHL? It's only just a 2-minute.
No, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Also, one final question for you before we let you out. Best city. I don't know if I asked this question to you last time. Best city in the ECHL that you've been in besides Greenville?
Well, I've been in every arena, every city in the ECHL. I've been a part of this league for 15 years as a player and a coach. I like wilderness. I like mountains. Colorado.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite activity to do? Is it fishing or hunting?
Fishing. Yeah, not a big hunter. I like to fish.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught?
23-pound rainbow trout.
Oh.
175 feet.
You got a picture
deep.
of that?
No, I don't. But I got the fish.
Well, then I can't believe. Okay, all right.
It's a fishy story. But this thing took me 2.5 hours to get it in.
Oh my gosh!
And when that son of a gun flickered, like we could see the flash.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, there was 6 of us in the boat screaming like little girls. Oh, yeah.
How old were you when you caught it?
18.
Oh, wow.
It was awesome.
That's
probably
good.
one of the best memories ever. 2.5 hours, my wrists were killing me after. And it was on it was an apex. They call them apexes. They're about this long.
Uh-huh.
And it's amazing that the hook the hook is only one hook. The fish was more thick. Like the girth on it, real thick. Not too long, but it was so thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's called Lake Okanagan, Okanagan Lake.
Is that
That's in Penticton, just outside Penticton there.
Okay. Is that your go-to spot whenever you go home?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Sure is.
All right. Well, that's Dean Stork. We'll ran out of time with you. We'll catch you in. Oh gosh, we won't see you till January with the Coaches Show because next week we got Zinger. So appreciate you being here. We'll let you get on the road, and we'll bring up Jordie Johnston next. You're listening to the Coaches Show with Dean Stork, Jordie Johnston, and myself, Andy Zilch.
Thanks.
25 years of great moments. More than 500 players graduated to the NHL. Don't miss the next time hockey history is made. Watch all ECHL games on AmericaOneSports.com. Live or on demand. At home or on your mobile device, log in at AmericaOneSports.com to check out your favorite team. The official broadband broadcaster of ECHL is AmericaOneSports.com.
Bon Secours St. Francis is a proud partner and the exclusive medical provider for the Greenville Road Warriors. Next time an injury leaves you scratched from the game of life, call St. Francis Sport Medicine at 675-HURT for at-home treatment advice and priority appointments. That's 675-HURT.
Introducing the new Big King sandwich from Burger King. Taste the difference of 2 fire-grilled patties, tangy king sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions, and pickles, all on a sesame seed bun. And now that it's part of our 2 for $5 deal, what's not to love? Mix and match any 2 sandwiches, including the premium Alaskan fish sandwich, the original chicken sandwich, and of course the new Big King, for just $5. Only at Burger King, where taste is king. Price and participation vary. Single item at regular price. Price is higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
At Great Clips, we think great is simple. So today we have one simple message. Here goes. Use Great Clips online check-in to save time on your haircut. And to make sure this message can withstand any distraction, say it while holding this dynamite.
Use Great Clips online check-in to save time on your haircut.
You see, simple is effective. Let's try it again. Release the Headless Horseman!
Who? What? Use Great Clips online check-in to save time on your haircut. You're not even real. Come on.
Download our free app or visit GreatClips.com. No more waiting around because now we'll be waiting for you. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hey there, sports fans. No need to stay at home watching your favorite team. Come cheer them on at Tavern 24. Wear your team's jersey on game night, and when they win, you win 15% off your tab for the night. Tavern 24 is a proud sponsor of the Greenville Road Warriors.
Last year, lottery players took home more than $721 million, but they weren't the only winners. Since the lottery launched in 2002, more than 1 million scholarships have been awarded to South Carolina students, and millions have gone to support K-12 and community education programs. So when you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not just taking a chance, you're also giving one. For more information, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Hi fans, this is broadcaster Andy Zilch. Do you want to get a great deal on Road Warriors games? Your Greenville Road Warriors have teamed up with ByLo to offer you a buy one, get one free ticket offer. Just show your ByLo bonus card at the Road Warriors box office and you'll receive a buy one, get one free ticket to any Thursday Road Warriors home game. This exclusive offer is only available while supplies last. ByLo. No store saves you more money on Road Warriors tickets.
Hi, welcome to Greenfield's Bagel and Deli.
Yeah, I want a kosher dog with kraut, mustard, and a bag of chips.
Just one?
Grilled nice and crisp and big enough to feed an army.
Excuse me, what's a pastrubin?
Same as a Reuben, but instead of corned beef, it's made with hot pastrami, Russian dressing, kraut, and melted Swiss cheese. Have you ever tried a Rachel? It's made with coleslaw instead of sauerkraut.
How about a half a soup and sandwich?
At Greenfield's Bagels, you get healthy, great foods made fresh daily. Come try our smoked whitefish or baked salmon salad on our fresh baked bagels topped with lettuce, tomato, and onions. Plus, every one of Greenfield's kosher hot dogs and sandwiches are all served with kosher pickles and your choice of potato salad, slaw, macaroni salad, or chips. Greenfield's is the only kosher-style deli in the upstate, and we cater it all. Just call 987-0064. Greenfield's Bagels and Deli, Greenville Motor Mile, next to Steinmart in the Verde Market Fair. We're not just another bagel shop.
Greenville Water is committed to developing and maintaining a water system that is sustainable and of the highest quality. Please join us by conserving water so that it can be enjoyed not only by our generation, but for many generations to come. For tips on how to conserve water, please visit our website at www.greenvillewater.com.
Everybody get up.
This is Road Warriors defenseman Brad Cole, and you're listening to The Coach's Show with Andy Zilch.
Welcome back inside Tavern 24. My name is Andy Zilch with Jordie Johnston, now Road Warriors forward. He's all the way from Rosetown, Saskatoon. And for you, Jordie, during the summer, what is your appeals? Do you like go fishing as well?
Absolutely love fishing. Haven't been able to do it as much as I'd like to the last few years with farming. I've been getting a little bit more into that. But, yeah, fishing is one of those things that when I get a chance, I love getting out there. But no 20-some pound rainbow trouts. I think the biggest I ever got was 8-pound, and I thought that was pretty good. But that's just off a little lake there in Sask. So yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty big fish.
What fish was it that you caught?
A rainbow trout.
Oh, it was, okay.
Yeah.
Is that popular up there?
Well, actually, what I usually catch would be your pike, your northern pike, or more of that kind of fish. But there's some trout. It's a little bit of everything. Like, there's a lot of fish farms too, and sometimes they break out, and then in a year you'll get a lot of rainbow trout because that's usually what's on the fish farm. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of everything.
Now, when you're home, and actually home for you, I remember I talked to Cole. He said that the school that he went to, I think it was in high school, it was basically like an hour-and-a-half radius of draw. Was that the same case for you as well?
Yeah, pretty similar. It's actually really weird. There's a lot of little towns around, and you'd be surprised at some of these little towns that still have schools up. But there still seems to be some of the kids come from those smaller towns that come to a bigger school, I guess is what they consider where I was, just because it was pretty central. But, I think at our school we had about 500 kids, and some of the little schools around might only have 20, 25.
Wow.
And they still have the, grade 9, 10, 11, 12, which is kind of mind-boggling that you'd have 3 or 4 kids in one grade, but they still managed to run somehow, so I don't know how it goes, but our school definitely had some kids from all the towns around.
Now, as far as hockey is concerned, is everybody going there and trying to play hockey, and how are the teams assessed?
It's the same way. I don't understand how it really works out, but we played so many small towns when I was younger, and somehow they managed to put together a team. I guess when you're younger, you only really need about 10 skaters, and you can have a game. But when we get older, and it gets a little bit more competitive, that's when you get the kids coming into the bigger towns or whatever. I mean, my town's only 2,500 people, and that's considered, like a bigger town. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of small cities, 5, 10, 20,000, 40,000, whatever, but there's a lot of little towns, 500 people, just scattered all over. So,
what is the biggest town that I guess Americans would know that is closest to you?
Well, the biggest city is biggest would be Saskatoon, and that's about an hour from Rosetown. I don't know. We're right in between, basically North Battleford and Swift Current are two medium, just small cities, and then Kindersley and Saskatoon. So we're kind of the central post, kind of the stop if you want to go anywhere in the province. So that's nice. We get a lot of traffic through. But other than that, there isn't a whole lot going on in town.
Are you a movie guy as well?
I love I enjoy them, but I'm one of those guys who can't remember movie quotes or anything. So guys will tell me movie quotes all the time, and I'll have no clue what show it's from until they let me know. But yeah, I watch a ton of movies.
What's the best one that you've seen recently?
I don't know. I mean, it was funny. I was actually talking to my fiance tonight, and we were talking about what movie to go to. And I've seen about half of the movies that are out right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm the kind of guy who can go either way. It can be a real deep movie or just something lighthearted. So I can't think of one right now that I've just seen that. I guess Hunger Games. I actually, really enjoy that. I read the books and everything, so that was good to see. I kind of feel like a little schoolgirl saying that, but
I was going to let you slide with it, but since you brought it up. What about Anchorman? You waiting for that one?
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that to come out.
I'm nervous, though, because I feel like it was such a good first one that, there might be that disappointment when it comes out, but, hope for the best.
I haven't watched, on purpose, one preview, because generally with comedies, I don't like watching anything because that'll spoil it. I know with the first Anchorman, they actually did a good job. The previews were completely separate from the movie, because I remember a couple scenes that I saw in the previews that weren't in the movies. But, that's one thing. Like, whenever a preview comes on for that, I'll just turn off the TV, or I'll just put the fingers in the air and be like, la la.
Well, for that first Anchorman, I feel like they could have done previews all day. I mean, that had enough funny clips in it that wouldn't ruin the show. But, I definitely know what you're talking about.
Are you a gamer?
I was.
Is that because you were living with Mikey Marcoux?
Well, when Mike's around, he kind of takes over my TV, my apartment, everything, and just kind of wheels in. But no, back in college, I think I honestly might have gamed myself out, and I don't do it nearly as much. Now I mostly just use my gaming system for watching movies and doing all that. But I'll still hop on every now and then and play a game.
What was your game?
Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you? What system were you on?
Xbox.
Aha, there we go. I'll take that. Are you a South Park fan at all?
I was a lot when I was younger. I haven't been watching it that much lately. Could be that I spend most of my time just on Netflix and everything. But, I'm actually big into all those cartoons, whatever you want to call them, Simpsons, all those kind of Family Guy. I like those kind of shows.
What'd you think of Brian being killed off?
I heard about that. Like,
I haven't
seen anything about it, but I don't know. I feel like he's kind of pretty important to that show, so I don't know how they're planning on going through with that. But that's crazy. Yeah.
Well, actually, the reason why I brought up South Park was because I don't like their new stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll still watch it every now and then. They just did a trilogy where the kids split up, and one group of kids was Xbox, and one group of kids was PlayStation 4.
That's how it is.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. Do you still keep up with Danny Hobbs up in Elmira?
Yeah, actually, he sent me a video of us living together. I guess it would have been just 2 days ago or so. So we still send out the text every now and then and talk. So
I'll tell you, that was probably the best parts from time to time on the bus rides, because you, Mike Marcoux, and Danny Hobbs were up front, and I swear to God, it was like brothers fighting sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
it would always be you two going against poor Mikey, though, half the time.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad because how I always played it out is I'd pick one of them, and I'd be on their side, and when I thought like we were winning a little too much in that battle, I would just switch sides. And the two of them just, I don't know, they just couldn't seem to figure it out. They never really teamed up on me. I would always be on one of their sides, and poor Mikey, though. He's not, he can't even stand up for himself sometimes. He's not the quickest on his feet, so.
Well, actually, it's funny because I was watching practice with Berkey and Napper 2 days ago, and like Marcoux scored on Shea, and he threw his hands up like it was a Stanley Cup. And I'm sitting there, and Burke goes, Mikey, and I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, he stands up for himself every now and then, though.
Oh, he tries to. He'll say things to you and everything, but he just doesn't. I think it's clicking really well in his mind, but when it comes to his mouth, it gets lost in translation somewhere. But no, we had a lot of fun living together last year, and me and Mike still kind of have kept that going. He comes over quite often, and like I said, takes over my apartment, so we still have that going on.
Who do you live with anyone right now on the team?
Just me and my fiance is down here too.
Oh, it's the ECHL rule, right? How long has it been since you've been with your fiance?
Oh man, we started dating for getting close to 10 years probably.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, where did you meet her?
She's from a small town. Like when I say small, about 150 people, just about 20 minutes away from Rosetown. So that's. Yeah, just met, I think, grade 6 at a bowl tournament, and, went from there, I guess.
When did you pop the question to
her? This summer, past summer.
Okay. Well, was there anything special that entailed, or what?
No, it kind of got to the point where we were both just ready for it to happen, and it was hard to try to plan something when, it just kind of felt like no matter what, it was going to be a letdown. So, yeah, just cooked supper one night and just kind of casually went about it. And, after she freaked out for a while, tried to enjoy the rest of the night, but that was good.
Good. We got the teddy bear here right in front of me for the teddy bear toss on Friday. Is this one of your favorite games in the ECHL?
Yeah, I mean, in any league, I think the teddy bear toss is always one of the most exciting. I'm sure there's going to be guys who might even be making bets with each other about who will get the first goal. Guys always like, you want to score that one that gets it out there and everything. So, yeah, that'll be exciting. And it's been a while for me, so I would love to score, the first, second, third. I wouldn't mind picking up a few.
Picking up a few bears and a few hats, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So who's your money on? Can you put money on yourself?
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably want to hedge my bets and go against someone else. I think Rowe's going to heat up here.
Yeah.
I mean, he I don't know if anyone saw it. He took the monkey off his back as he was coming to the bench. It had been a while since he scored, so I think he might be feeling it now. So he's probably a safe bet. I don't know. There's been a lot of guys who I think are ready for one, so I think there'll be a lot of competition for it, so we'll have to see.
What's the mood like in the locker room? I know Sunday, the monkey off the entire team hopped off the back.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. We've I don't know what the shots have been, but some games it seems like we're getting to 50, we're getting high 40s, and we just cannot seem to score, so it was good to get a game where we put in 5 goals even with an empty netter. I mean, still that helps. Get Camo his first, and I'm sure the second will come a lot more easy. But we just got to keep going, keep shooting, and eventually pucks are going to go in for us. And I think after this 5-goal game, I think that might be enough to start putting us over the edge and start finishing a little more often.
Do you feel like you've meshed with anybody this year on the team?
I think this year we've had a lot of guys getting called like back and forth, and we're still trying to gel with each other. Everyone's still trying to figure out everyone else on the team, but I think it's like I played with Valley last year, and he's got a lot of speed, and he's one of the easiest guys to play with because he's good and he's skilled and he can do everything for you. So there's enough skill and enough guys who eventually will come around and will start scoring a lot here, but we're just feeling each other out, and hopefully, this last game has helped out a lot, and we can keep going from there.
What personal goals do you have prior to entering the season, or even now?
Well, for me personally, I mean, it sounds really cliche, but I wanted to win, like, the Kelly Cup. I love everyone, obviously loves winning that final game where you win the whole title and everything, but I really love the whole lead up, like playoffs, round 1 and round 2. Just that whole trip to the finals is something that I love. So I just wanted to come in here and have a good winning season. Obviously, I wanted to put up as many points as I can, but usually you find that the better the team does, the better you're going to do. So if we start putting up wins, I'm sure you'll see that a lot of guys' points start going up, and that's the main goal. Is when you get the team points, usually the individual points come too.
Besides Hobbs, who else do you have connections to in the ECHL?
Well, actually, we just played Mike Embach. I played with him in college, and we're still pretty good friends. We still text each other before and after games and everything. So he's one guy that I definitely keep in touch with. But I don't know, it seems like every team you play, there's somebody you played in college or know from college or even from back home, or it's crazy how small the hockey world is and how many players there are, but how small it is crazy.
We actually, with Dean and I, when we talked about Hines and his decision to leave the college, you can speak firsthand on how important that is, and especially for you.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be a hypocrite if I, had anything bad to say about them deciding to leave. I went to school and did my 4 years, and I don't regret it at all. It worked out really well for me. So, yeah, I mean, you wish them the best. It's too bad that they leave or had to leave because they're good, 2 good kids, and they were quality players. So, I mean, that's rough, but I definitely think that it's not a bad decision to go back to school and get a degree when you can, because it's something you can use for the rest of your life. And hockey, at some point, as hard as it is for everyone to want to think about, it probably will come to an end, and you got to have something to do after.
What was your major?
Accounting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we could rely on you to go right up to the front office when you're done.
I don't know about that. It's been a while. But yeah, no, it's good to have a business degree. I feel like you can use that somewhere.
I'll have to tell Fran that you're gunning for her job.
Yeah, I think she's pretty safe.
All right, that's Jordie Johnston. We'll let you get out of here. Jordie, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back, and we'll wrap this thing up here at the Coaches Show. We got the Teddy Bear Toss coming up this Friday. You're listening to the Coaches Show.
25 years of great moments. More than 500 players graduated to the NHL. Don't miss the next time hockey history is made. Watch all ECHL games on AmericaOneSports.com. Live or on demand. At home or on your mobile device, log in at AmericaOneSports.com to check out your favorite team. The official broadband broadcast of ECHL is AmericaOneSports.com.
Bon Secours St. Francis is a proud partner and the exclusive medical provider for the Greenville Road Warriors. Next time an injury leaves you scratched from the game of life, call St. Francis Sport Medicine at 675-HURT for at-home treatment advice and priority appointments. That's 675-HURT.
Introducing the new Big King sandwich from Burger King. Taste the difference of 2 fire-grilled patties, tangy king sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions, and pickles, all on a sesame seed bun. And now that it's part of our 2 for $5 deal, what's not to love? Mix and match any 2 sandwiches, including the premium Alaskan fish sandwich, the original chicken sandwich, and of course the new Big King, for just $5. Only at Burger King, where taste is king. Price and participation vary. Single item at regular price. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
My name is Kurt. I like certain things. Like a great haircut. That's why I go to Great Clips. They have clip notes. Notes that tell them exactly what I like. I don't want to be
Mr. Rockstar, right? I don't want an awesome fad, okay? I'm not a dude, or I'm not
the latest superstar, movie star who everyone wants to
be. I'm Kurt. That's why I go to Great Clips.
Come to Great Clips for a great haircut that's yours. With Clip Notes, you don't just get a cut, you get your haircut. New Clip Notes. Only at Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Hey there, sports fans. No need to stay at home watching your favorite team. Come cheer them on at Tavern 24. Wear your team's jersey on game night, and when they win, you win 15% off your tab for the night. Tavern 24 is a proud sponsor of the Greenville Road Warriors.
Last year, lottery players took home more than $721 million, but they weren't the only winners. Since the lottery launched in 2002, more than 1 million scholarships have been awarded to South Carolina students, and millions have gone to support K-12 and community education programs. So when you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not just taking a chance, you're also giving one. For more information, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Hi fans, this is broadcaster Andy Zilch. Do you want to get a great deal on Road Warriors games? Your Greenville Road Warriors have teamed up with BILO to offer you a buy one, get one free ticket offer. Just show your BILO bonus card at the Road Warriors box office, and you'll receive a buy one, get one free ticket to any Thursday Road Warriors home game. This exclusive offer is only available while supplies last. BILO. No store saves you more money on Road Warriors tickets.
Let's take a break. Greenfield's Bagel Shop is just 2 stores down, and I'm dying for a nosh.
Great idea. I'm hungry, too.
Oh, I'm in the mood for a toasted garlic bagel with some of Greenfield's homemade scallion cream cheese with a slice of tomato and a fresh hot cup of coffee.
I really like the walnut raisin spread on a plain bagel, but my favorite is their homemade soups. Have you tried their chicken matzo ball soups? It's to die for, and it comes with a bagel. Oh, what a meal.
At Greenfield's Bagels and Deli, we have over 30 varieties of fresh bagels, all boiled, then baked. Plus, our homemade cream cheese spreads like veggie, sun-dried tomato, olive, and Nova. So stop by and pick up a dozen bagels for home or treat the office. Greenfield's is the only kosher-style deli in the upstate, and we cater it all. Just call 987-0064. Greenfield's Bagels and Deli, Greenville Motor Mile, next to Steinmart in the Verde Market Fair. We're not just another bagel shop.
Greenville Water is committed to developing and maintaining a water system that is sustainable and of the highest quality. Please join us by conserving water so that it can be enjoyed not only by our generation, but for many generations to come. For tips on how to conserve water, please visit our website at www.greenvillewater.com.
Everybody get up.
This is Road Warriors defenseman Brad Cole, and you're listening to the Coach's Show with Andy Zilch.
Welcome back inside Tavern 24. We're wrapping the Coach's Show up. And first, we'll remind you about the Teddy Bear Toss night. That'll be this Friday, 7 o'clock. I got my teddy bear right in front of me. Little Ted's been with me since I was 3. He will not be tossed out on the ice, however. He'll be hanging out with me during the entire game. Some good deals that we got going for Friday for the rest of until the new year. First of all, it's the Warrior Fun Pack that's available for Friday night's game. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 bag of chips, 2 hats, all for just $48. And that basically, $48, that can simply buy you tickets at some ECHL venues. But here it's going to get you fed as well, and it's going to get you a beverage. For the holiday hat trick, we have that on sale as well. That is a very popular item that we had last year. It's 4 flex tickets, 2 tickets to the January 17th game, and 2 Road Warriors hats for only $50. And then finally, a big present for our 25 days of savings. You get another 25% off a Blue Flex plan. So you can buy that for $141, which averages out to around $12, maybe even a little bit less a seat for the premium center ice seats for some Road Warriors games. Friday night will be the last game before Christmas. We will have a Coach's Show next Tuesday, so we'll talk about 2 victories against the Orlando Solar Bears. We'll tell you how many teddy bears will be tossed out on the ice. We'll also tell you about the victory on Sunday in North Charleston. So we're going to beat up against the South Carolina Stingrays one more time. So that'll be the Coach's Show. We'll be right back here next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock game on Friday. Hope to see you there. 3:05 game on Sunday against the Stingrays. Last year, it was 2,000 Bears that were tossed out on the ice, and we're fitting to get past that this year. It's going to be a packed house. I can tell you that right now, so definitely get your seats. This will be one of those games that you wish you went to, and it's also a good community presence one as well. The Road Warriors are going to donate every single bear to the Toys for Tots. That will be donated on Saturday at Sit-in Buick. We'll have Road Warrior defenseman Sam Noreau. We'll have Charlie Dodaro and Marc-Olivier Valorant on hand to do that. Today, just to speak volumes about the organization and their volunteer work, I would say about 10 or so players volunteered to help out Bon Secours St. Francis to give children Christmas presents. And they helped out with that. They assembled bikes. They did all sorts of different things to help out and make a good Christmas for some of these children around the area that are less fortunate. So that was earlier today, and then they're going to do it again with those teddy bears that we're going to donate to Toys for Tots. We'll also have the Marines on hand to help out with that as well. That'll be Saturday morning, directly after Friday night's game. So once again, Friday night, 7 o'clock. It'll be about a 7:08 puck drop that we'll have. We'll see you in attendance. Definitely go out and get the holiday hat tricks if you can, the Blue Flex plan or the Warrior Fun Pack. It's deals. It's a deal barrage, basically, that the Road Warriors are putting on from now until Christmas. So that'll do it for this edition of the Coach's Show. Thanks for coming out to everybody that was here. We'll see you next Tuesday, 6 o'clock sharp.